everybody, welcome to the 20-minute cooking school. I'm Claire Tansey, this is Claire Tansey's Kitchen, and today is all about artichokes. So you may have seen these in the stores, they're coming into season now, certainly in the part of the country where I live. They look beautiful, they also look a little bit prickly, uninviting. How in the heck are you supposed to eat this? So, hey Lori, oh, there's the dishwasher's done. The dishwasher's done. I often think, who ate the first artichoke? Because that must have been a really brave person. Artichokes are thistles. So that means that they have little thorns on them, right here at the tip. See all those thorn. I mean, it's not like a crazy thorn, but it's a little bit sore. It could hurt yourself. It could hurt yourself. It could hurt a baby if you threw one at a baby. But let's talk about it. These are delicious. They are very European. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to the eating stage. But I thought, since everybody said, what the heck are they and how the heck do you cook them and eat them? We're just going to go through a little lesson in artichokery. There will be no joking. So, you know, if you know somebody who likes artichokes, please share, bring them in, ask some questions, and of course, fire away with all of your questions. So let's talk about these little gorgies. Hi. So pretty, right? So what to look for? Look at, there are so many different sizes. Let's just dump all of the, oh God, one flew away. So look at them all. See, we got them all. We got little, we got bigger, we got biggest. What do you look for when you're buying an artichoke? This one's sort of purplish. The color doesn't really matter, but what you really want to do is buy ones that are heavy and tight. Oh boy, I am losing my tripod. We are sliding down. It's gonna get shorter. Heavy and tightly. Hi Chantel, you thought they were flowers. That's all right, they are quite beautiful. So you see how the leaves of this one are kind of poking out a little bit? It's not the end of the world, but it'll just be a little bit drier. So ones that look more like this, see what I mean? A little tighter, leaves are a little bit tighter. And then the second thing you want to look for is an artichoke that feels a little bit heavy. Ooh, now this one does feel nice and heavy. It's got some nice tight leaves. The only thing that this one is missing, of course, is what we're really after, which is stem. You want a long stem. Because, why? Why do you want a long stem? Because the stem is delicious. So let's do a little artichoke anatomy lesson here. Let's get a knife. Let's get a knife out. The part of the artichoke that you're probably well familiar with is the heart, right? So you get them marinated in jars or in the, like the antipasto cart. They're great on pizza, they're great on sandwiches, they're delicious, right? They're absolutely delicious. But how do you get to the heart? From this thorny exterior, I'm sure there's a metaphor for love to be made here. Something like, just cut through the thorny exterior and then you'll get to the heart. But first you gotta boil it. Maybe not. Maybe I'll stick to cooking and leave love to somebody else. Okay, let's cut one of these beauties in half. Okay, everybody back in the bowl, So I'll just give you a little anatomy lesson of an artichoke here. Okay, this one's kind of ugly, so I'm gonna do this one because the stem is split. So there's the artichoke. These are the leaves or petals. This is the stem. Let's cut into it. So if I cut this in half, just while it's raw, oh God, it's so beautiful, so beautiful. You know, I mean, these would make wonderful earrings. It would have to be more like this. They would make a wonderful hat. But what you see here, my pointing knife, this bit here, that's the gold. That is the heart of the artichoke. So when you buy artichoke hearts, it usually looks a little something like this, like that, with a little bit of stem on it. And if you pay a lot of money for it, then you also get a nice marinated stem as well. So the stem and the heart is all made of the delicious, creamy, I can't even describe it. It's so indescribable. I can't describe it. It's indescribable. It's really delicious. It's really unique. It's really vegetal, and if anybody's got a good word for the description of artichoke flavor, let me know. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to tenderize that in the cooking process. And then the thing is that by association, some of that heart also gets into the bottom of all of these leaves. So there's some little bit of heart down there. So I want to preserve that as well. And that's it. So this is a recipe. What I'm going to show you today is the kind of method for how to do these whole boiled artichokes. Sounds disgusting. It's delicious. It's delicious. So remember where we're trying to get to. We're trying to get, why do I always make things into earrings? What is the problem? What is my problem? What deficiency do I have? Now you can see what's happening here already. As soon as I cut into this, it started turning brown. Oxidization, not bad, doesn't taste bad, just looks bad. And the solution to that is every time you cut an artichoke, you just rub it with a little bit of lemon juice. Just get a little lemon massage. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is Claire Tansey's Kitchen, and we are now going to take down an artichoke. So I'm going to spin you down here so you can see all the steps. Again, nice, beautiful long stem here. I've got a big pot of water, salted water, getting boiled. Okay, so step one, I'm going to cut off the top. Okay, cut off the top. You don't even have to use a big knife, just use a little knife. Cut that off, and then discard. Garbage bowl. Here we go. Garbage bowl. Always helpful to have a garbage bowl. I don't care for Rachel Ray, but I sure do care for a garbage bowl. Okay, so now we've got this, and I'm gonna just give that a little rub. Okay. All right, good. Things are good. Things are looking good. Now, there are still some pieces here that are no good. So these little scraggly, crappy leaves, they're gonna go. They're going, look at this guy, he's just sad. So I'm just gonna kind of peel those off. It'll happen fairly easily. And you see what's being left behind is that delicious, rich yumsy doos. Okie dokie. Okay, getting somewhere now. Okay, so these leaves are all looking, he's a little cracked. I think we'll get rid of him as well. So, okay, looking already much better. Again, a little bit of lemon juice. There we go. Okay, now I still have some thorns here. Ooh, don't like this leaf. It's gone. But all you need to do is just take your little scissors and just clip off the little thorn. And that is good. Okay. So far so good. Starting to look a little bit more familiar now. And now the last thing I need to do is get a little teeny tiny spoon and scoop out just a few of the leaves from the inside. Now this isn't strictly necessary, but I think it makes for a nicer finished product. And so what I'm trying to scoop out here, let me show you, is, remember this guy on our cut guy? So I'm kind of taking out this part down to about here. Because, you know, when you hear the word choke in artichoke, yeah, good question, Peggy. Can you even see that? It's a teeny tiny bit of fluff. Let me actually pull it out with a spoon. This is what the choke is in an artichoke. And it's really not actually going to make you choke. It's just a little bit fluffy, that's all. It's not the nicest thing. So if on my little half guy here, it's just a tiny little bit of thistly fluff. Too close. So, as I said, it's not completely necessary to take out the choke because you won't really eat it. Like you're not going to eat the whole artichoke. You're going to do it very delicately and very methodically. So what I'm doing here then is I'm just kind of hollowing out the middle. I find this helps it cook a little bit more evenly. It's just a little bit nicer. There we are. And you do need to use your smallest spoon. Okay, now see here, you can see I've got a little bit more choke action. Oh man, why am I not being able to get light right in there? Come on, camera. Anyway, you can see that it's fluffy there, right? Fluffy. So that's the choke and that's going out. But as mentioned, not necessary, will not make you choke, you will not eat it. It's just a little bit like getting a mouthful of cat hair. Not my bag. I'm allergic to cats, don't really like cats. Sorry, cats like tigers, but that's a different story. Okay, so now this is quite nice, looking good. Okay, There's still a bit of fluff in there, so just for the sake of argument, we're gonna take it out. If you're just tuning in, welcome. This is Claire Tansey's Kitchen. This is the 20-minute cooking school, and I've just hollowed out an artichoke. And now this little beauty is ready for the pot. So, oh no, it's not ready for the pot yet. Oh my God. Peeler. So I'm gonna trim off that little stubby, yucky end. And then peel off the very thick skin on the exterior of the peel, leaving behind the delicious creamy interior peel. Okay, now that is ready for the pot. Okay, shall we do one more? It is 4:11. Does anybody want to see one? A candle holder. Anybody want to see me do one more? I don't think you do. You know, go back and watch it again. Okay, so those go into the boiling salted water. Small ones about this big need about 20 minutes. Bigger ones, maybe 25. If they're the really, really big ones, they need about 30 minutes. Hey, really interesting bit of information I learned from Mary at my local Italian shop. She said there was a drought in California, not the most recent one, but a few years ago, that wiped out all the artichokes. And when they replanted a kind of hardier variety, but it's a little less delicious. So there is a slight difference in the flavor of the artichokes, but by the magic of television, and I really do mean the magic of television because I was on Cityline this morning, hence the huge eyelashes, and I did artichokes there. So I have some that are already cooked. Are you ready? They turn a very unusual color of green. I like to think of it as a sophisticated green. It's like a Pantone or something. It's not your bright, like tender, crisp green, but here they are when they're done. Hello. So you see they're so pretty. And you see that's got that little hole there, and here's the beautiful stem. Okay, now here's the thing. If you've never seen how to eat an artichoke, you can serve these either warm or cold. If you serve it warm, make a nice little melted butter sauce or something like that. I'll post a recipe for beurre citron, which is like beurre blanc, just a nice emulsified lemon with butter. Delicious. You can even just use like salad dressing. That's also fine. But you can also just pull them off and eat them. Okay, so see how that nice and tender that leaf came off? So remember I said there's a little bit of heart at the bottom of each petal? Well, you just scrape that off. Okay, no, I'm talking about like it's a quarter of a teaspoon. So you're calm. That's why it's very European. You really take your time. Oh my gosh, the flavor is just so unusual and delicious. So that's what you do. Everybody gets an artichoke or maybe a couple. When they're in season, you do them as a first course, or I don't know, you do them as part of a charcuterie board. And then everybody gets their artichoke, and everybody just does this by themselves. They get their little petal and scrape off the bottom, petal, dip in hollandaise, vinaigrette, beurre citron, nothing, also delicious. You go around. See what I mean about European? Like it takes time. Anyway, okay, so you go round and around and around. I used to have these all the time when I was a kid, and I was always surprised. Nobody else really ate our whole artichokes. Did anybody watching eat whole artichokes when you were younger or in general? Anyway, you go around and around and around. I won't bore you by eating this entire thing in front of you. But by the time you get to, by the time you get down to the bottom, the leaves are getting a lot more tender. And then down. I'm just gonna, Okay, so now, last leaf, bing, okay. So now what I'm left with is the heart. And you can see I didn't actually clean this out very well because there's a little teeny tiny bit of choke right there. So I'm not gonna eat that just because it's, like I said, it's like eating cat hair. I'm just gonna scrape that out. Not gonna choke me, but it's just not very good. So now this is what you get when you get artichoke hearts in a can. or a jar or whatever. And so that is like pure artichoke gloriousness. And this is the heart. I guess it's called a heart because it's sort of heart-shaped. It's like a little bowl. It's very tender. And I'm just going to do the old salt and a lemon and chow down. So good. Now, here's the thing with artichokes. Someone asked me this morning. What's the point? Well, the point is that they're delicious. So yes, this is a little bit more on the complicated as opposed to my usual uncomplicated thing. But if you've ever seen these and you've wondered, well, should I, how do I? It's really wonderful, really special, very nice for something like a date night or a small dinner party. Or if you're going to like a dinner party, you can bring them chilled with some homemade mayonnaise or hollandaise or something. Or like I said, vinaigrette. There is nothing on earth that tastes like artichoke. It's delicious. And I'm sure it's like high in fiber and selenium or something like that. So that is it. It is 4:16. That I will post, I won't exactly be able to post instructions, but I'll post like the timings and stuff, and I'll post a letter for, or a recipe for beurre citron, which is a delicious delicious sauce to dip them in. So good. So I hope that this has made artichokes a little less intimidating. Well, thank you, Kelly Jones. Remember, they start like this, they look like this in the end. Buy them heavy, buy them tight leaves and nice long stems. The longer the stem, the more stem you get to eat. I found some of them at my local Italian shop. I also found a whole bunch of them at like one of those little Korean fruit stands in my neighborhood. So lots of places. And that is it. So thanks guys for tuning into the 20-minute cooking show. This has been 20-minute cooking school. We have done 4 weeks of ingredient-based kind of lessons. We did miso, we did eggplant, we did canned salmon, now we've done artichokes. So next week we're going to get back to sort of some more seasonal stuff. And I'm thinking about doing some kind of hot cross buns because it's going to be going into Easter, but something easier than like hot crust buns. So stay tuned. Let me know if you love hot crust buns or if it's yet another thing that I'm going to have to convince you to fall in love with. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It has been lovely to have you with me, and I will see you next week on the 20-Minute Cooking School. Bye!